Here is part 14 of our playthrough, I think. 13 or 14? I don't know. I'll either be right or wrong. Anyway, we just cleared arcade mode, so we are out of races to do with our current license. So that means we have to get a license. Where do you get that? The License Center. So if you're new to Gran Turismo, a staple of the GT series is the license tests, where if you complete a series of license trials and tests, you eventually get a license that allows you to race in higher leagues. And the first license is always the B license. So we have 8 trials with a mix of cars and tracks and tests. So our first test is at the new Wheel 2.0. It's just going to be a simple start-stop, 1,000 meters. It's actually kind of long, but yep, simple, straight line, brake at the right time. I think I missed the shift actually. So let's retry that. Suffering begins. Attempt 1 already choked. And then this is the staple of the first license test. You go long and far, and you waste basically 30 seconds of your life timing 3 shifts. And then you just pray that you hit the right breaking point. So 700, 800. I think you brake. That was bad. Time expired. We ran out of time. These tests are grueling, by the way. But I think now we have a ghost that we're playing against. I can't really tell because I think we're on the same pace. But yes, these tests are very cruel. So, we broke a little too early last time. GT4 has 16 tests, yeah. There's the line. Silver. A little bit better. We're still going to be based. So we actually had a little bit better of a launch, despite redlining it both times. But yes, select toggles to ghost on and off. And yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. So I'm actually going to turn the ghost off so I can focus on the breaking point. $900. First gold. Absolutely smoked it. There we go. First poggers. We get this epic music, by the way. This is like some of the best things you could hear in life when you get that music. So we'll be based, because we absolutely smoked that. And it will show up in our records as a 34.8 on June 12th. So, first gold. Hooray. Now we can exit. You could analyze your lap, save the replays, save the ghost, but I don't think we really need to do that for B1. B2 is the exact same test, but in a Viper GTS, a much faster car. Yeah, a GT4 license test would need an entire stream of in itself. Because I think there's 80 tests in GT4 total. So this car is much faster. The time goal is 10 seconds faster, and this car is going to reach it so much faster. This car has practically no brakes, so we'll have to brake before 900 meters, I think. 700, 800, and plop. Just missing it, but that's a silver. We're still based. This thing rips quickly. we actually got a better launch then. So maybe this could be enough. Way up braking just before 900 is the way to go. Second try. That's how we do it. And there was our ghost. Just had to not curve it, and that's all we needed. You guys might get tired of this music from how fast I'm driving, but we are nowhere near done. We still have tests, and it's not all start-stops. This test is annoying. Fiat Coupe, another standing start. Not every test is a standing start, but a lot certainly are. And this one actually gives you a driving line. I think all the B license tests give you a driving line. They can tell you where to start braking and turning, which is helpful for beginners. But with times like this, no beginner is getting a gold. And that's our first off. Fail. I think this time I will keep the ghost on, so we can kind of have a reference of what not to do. Use all the track we can, get as much acceleration as we can, and 30.9, not even 31.0. Could have been stopping us. There we go. So, I know I can be gloating right now, but little spoiler, I have golded all the tests before in my life. So, I don't think I'm out of my prime yet. I think I've all golded GT3 twice before in my life. I did it on my old save when I was like 17, and I also did it when I was like 19. Every 2 years, basically, I retried these tests. And it's 2021, so there you go. So this is the same test, but in a slightly faster car. This is in a FR car. Yes, 2000's FR, right? I think it is. But rear-wheel drive car instead of front-wheel drive. Just be careful not to oversteer. Hit the shift. And pray that it's enough. 28. Ah, just missed it. I thought I was actually going to get that first try. But even though I'm fast right now, these tests get a lot harder. And I mean a lot harder. Some of the IA and S tests are some of the most painful, frustrating experiences in all of racing games. At least the restarting is pretty quick. Asphalt should have taken notes. We actually get a better launch last time, so then if we repeated the same run, then we could get a gold. I think that should be it. This should be it. 29.0. Let's go. The Asphalt 9 needs a whole 5-subject notebook to take notes on what to do in a racing game properly. But yes. Virtual Assistant Sam approves. That's based. We are flying through these tests, though, I will say. Not every test is this easy, though. Here comes B5 in a Civic front-wheel drive. This is the middle part of Grand Valley, the middle sector. It's a little bit of a lengthy test. And we're in a front wheel drive car, so just look to your left, hold down the throttle, a little lift, even that was too much for the front wheel drive. That won't be good enough for gold, but let's see what this puts us. 33, 34, yuck. First bronze. And you get this kind of annoying music, like you passed the test, but you didn't really get it. So we gotta improve by 6/10, but considering that run was kind of crappy, I think we can do it. The best Civic. The based Civic. That was a good corner, but is it 6/10 good? Hugging the inside. Let's go. Attempt 2. I love that tune though. Awesome. We are flying through these tests. I thought this would take an hour, but maybe not. But a similar pattern to the other tests, we have to do the same course in a rear-wheel drive car. What else than an MX-5, am I right? Like, the whole point of these tests is trying to teach you how to drive different kinds of cars in different circumstances. How to be fast. That seems good, but I don't know if it's good for gold. Let's find out. Ooh! First try. Literally first try. And we beat it by 1/10 of a second. We are just blazing these tests. Just saying. But you know what? I blame that on driving the Miata for the start of the game. We know how to drive the Miata, how to handle it. Pretty solid first try. Not even a struggle. Test 7 is the second part of Deep Forest, which is this forest section. So yeah, mini spoiler alert, I'm still a quick driver. I'm not the best driver in the world, and I'm not good enough for GT Sport Olympics, but I can do these tests. But this is probably gonna be the first test that's going to clap back at me. And there's some tests like A7, I think IA4, S3, and S6, and S8, and like all the S tests. But those 3 specifically have been really painful for me in the past. Two, 33.389. So just a 10th off gold. Not a bad first shot though. That was an excellent launch and not a bad upshift. I'm missing Seb at his prime, me too. But I don't think Seb's done yet. He's still quick. You don't forget how to drive a race car. Mario Andretti was racing in his 50s and almost won the Indy 500. This should be it. This should be it. Yep, this is gonna be it. Let's go. 33-0. We're gonna be based. Back to based. B8. Now, mini spoiler, this is the worst one of the whole license in terms of difficulty. This test is painful. It's also the longest one. And it's also the fastest one. Actually, no, the Viper's the fastest one in terms of what car you drive, but this is the longest test in the license. At only 40 seconds, you drive the middle sector of Trial Mountain. And your goal is to just not hit the rocks, carry as much speed as you can through this section. This is the test that Ted tells you, hey, this is gonna get real. You gotta hook it to the left, hit the slide, don't touch the wall, and then pray that you had enough speed throughout the rest of the section. But this is a hard test. 42. Ooh, just missed it. So, that seemed like a good run, but it's not. So, we gotta keep grinding. I only have a Logitech G29 at home, and I really like it, but by modern standards, there could be more on the table. Good first turn. How did I time this so well in my first try? Like, if I held this but did the exact same run as my best run, my first try, we'd have gold. Not clipping the curb there. As much as the track as we need, and pray this is enough. Is it a 43? Ho ho! Ho! Just barely. Just 100th of a second in it. But that's gold. So that is all golds. And how many attempts did that take? Only two completed attempts, but like 10 maybe? Anyway, when you complete all licenses, you get this cool screen where they just kind of just slap a license on the table. Just like, here you go, kid, take the license. But it's a B license, you can use it to race. And as a bonus, since we got all gold, so there's more to it, we get a prize car. So for completing all gold in the B license, we get another MX-5. As if we didn't already have enough MX-5s. But we take the license, and yeah, the license school told us don't come back. Take a Miata. I wish it worked like that, where you got a license and they just gave you a Miata. And naturally, next up would be to do the A license, not IA. If I do it IA, it tells you have to do the IB first, so we can't go straight to the S license sadly. But I think we... Hold up. Was that a certain car, an A license? Nah, it was an Evo 4. For now, I think we have a lot on our plate now. We can do all the B license races, so that'll be pretty fun. Here's a prize car, a Mazda MX-5 LS. We sold the yellow one from earlier, but now we have a fast one. Mariner Blue. 160 horsepower, which is pretty good. So, we didn't use any car to beat it, so all we needed. Just peeking at the Acura because only worth 7,500 credits. I thought it was worth a lot more. Oh well. Game status, 13.1%, and now we finally have a license B acquired. So, there we go. That is pretty good. 80% win ratio. Pretty good indeed. And that is the end of the segment. Next time, we will be racing in B-class races.